Hello everyone. Okay, let's start to play our chess games. Who wants to play? Join my stream and play. Okay, first let's play Trend plus 2 I would like. Can I change that? Okay, let's do this. Hello Sadmex videos, how are you bro? Okay, we have Scandinavian defense on the board. One minute, sorry. I tried playing in another account that got 748 alone blitz. Very nice, try to keep your reload. Okay, I will get more high rated, play more careful just. Then d4 is coming. d4 to bring the bishop on d2 to kick the queen, or bishop f4 even can be moved. Let's see, we can even castle and do this activity, but I think early activity is the best because bishop d6 I couldn't go bishop f4 and so on. Queen d2 to defend, and a3 won't work because he will let me to take the bishop and my rook should be under attack on a1. That's why I need to castle and then a3. Force him to take, and pawn takes, queen takes. I'm not seeing very much difference about that moves. Can you play rapid today? Okay, after this one time I will play with you rapid. There are no many people right now, that's why. Pawn take or bishop takes. Pawn takes, I believe that rook d8 would come there, right? That's why I didn't. Okay, I can't take, What should I do if a3? Hello Kenan, how are you bro? How can I defend this? Yes, I'm happy you're back. Բարև աղբեր ջան։ Ինչ լավ այդ որտեղ ես մրցումներ Երևան? How can I prevent from this? I think just if he takes, open this b file seems good. Or if it's not, queen g5. Okay, bishop g3 is doing his job great. Actually, this f6 is a little bit weakness in his position. What if I try to bring my pieces just? I'm trying to do that. Thank you, Brian. Fine. He isn't taking this because that seems he can take when he wants. What if bishop c4, and if I take the knight he wouldn't take a pawn from here, but the idea is, takes and b7 should be under attack. And queen f4 and c7 should be under attack. That's why I'm not losing a pawn there. Ինչ րոպե է 5+2? Between I will go to tournament, wish me luck. Which tournament you are going to play? Your opponent is humiliate you. No, I don't think he's playing crazy good, but my rook is great here. What should I play? Okay, I could even take the bishop if the queen can't protect it, but you know that's a pin he can't take. Why he hangs e6? Hi, Jevan. Veli haru, Eliasa. Well, now g7 is under attack, and how can I bring the rook? Probably c1, because all that squares are defended from that bishops. I mean trying to humiliate you. Okay, bro, no problem. g7 is under attack, and that's undefeatable. Okay, bishop g6 just start, he's blocking, not defending. Can we say like that? f5, f4 is a move, so h5, h4 sounds better, because f4, this pawn on d4 should be hang. That's why. h5 I will kick the bishop, and from g7 will mate. And even I can go rook b1. You know, if he takes my rook, I will mate him. He can't do that. Just, probably he needed pawn to g6, not the bishop. So I think everything can happen. Well, he missed mate in 1. That was really good trick. Sad makes videos, I'm waiting for your challenge. Okay, let's see this game before anyone will send me challenge. Դեռ կա ընչի կողքինա չհասկացա. Okay, if anyone wants to play, send me friend request who is new in my channel and play. I saw that I knight on c3 can defend, that's why I sacrificed it, brought my rook on b1, and you know, these two pawns were under attack. I brought my rook on 7th rank, and you know, g7 wasn't that easy to defend. Rook can jump, queen can't jump back. That was the idea for winning this game. Okay, let's start new one. We are playing against CM. CM, but very low rated CM. He's really CM, right? What should I play? We will play a little bit passive. d5 takes. Okay, I don't know. Athenian will be going tournament in real life, that's why I'm saying wish me luck. You are... okay. I wish you win, bro. Try to win all that, and remember what I said to you. You will win, I'm sure. Just be careful, okay? He's losing opponent, you know he can't take the bishop. We'll take it back and we'll be up a pawn. In these positions I would like to keep my bishop, but you know, that's about central pawn. I need to trade these pieces, and you know, probably I needed to take with the knight, because somehow we can brought his king on h1, and the knight was hang also on the bishop. I don't know, I have 2 pawns and the rook against his 2 pieces. His 2 pieces are great, but you know, I'm up 2 pawns, that's, I believe, good position for me. e4 is coming, and I'm trying to open my white square bishop, bring the queen, and even f5. Just because I'm up 2 pawns, I'm trying to bring my pawns forward. I will say in one stream if I win, and if I win, it's not over. There is 3 more tournaments. 3 more, very nice. Փողոցի, միտեղ կա փողոցի կողքին, այդ ինչ է լավ տեղ են գտել. Okay, let's block his bishop. Or even if not, just we are trying to get some kicking moves which will get advantage from there. And when can I bring the queen? Probably f6 should be the best, or not. Just, you know, he can kick, that's why I'm not bringing all that way. I will say all that squares are closed. Queen d6 and, you know, c5, d4. Just his pawn isn't that much defended. What if bishop d7 and kick that 2 figures? Okay, here and c4, c5 is coming, his knight should be under attack. And, d4 I will attack on the bishop. Let's play again, but there is a tricky variant again. Okay, bro, we'll play. Bishop e6. Okay, my bishop is under attack, but I can't even bring the rook. Okay, queen is defending another rook. Rook takes, force to queen back, and I have really good passed central pawns. I will try to push that. I like my position. We have rook and pawn against his 2 pieces, but that figures are also doing great job there. This pawn chaining and everything is great. Quick lesson in chess: the more confident you are, the less chances you blunder. It can be. Լավ գավաթներով հա մեր մոտ մենակ առաջի տեղն են մի սուտի տալի ու ճամփեմ դե լավ է d3 take and I would have this passed pawn there. He can take f5, but his bishop should be hanged. I can take, but there is not something I can get. Let's block his bishop. Now that can't run anyway. So I'm going to take that. That's why you need to don't trade some pawns, which isn't really helpful. d2 I will take the bishop and I will be up exchange. He can take something on me, on my king side, some pawns, but I'm not really sure. Am I hang anything or not? Just if here I will get mate in 1. That's already, I think, winning for me, but that's not easy. That's, I will say, very tricky position. Rook where? I would like to bring my rook somewhere, and that's probably f8. Okay, queen f7, and I have to protect her on that f rank, which I would like to do that. Because check, and if I have only one rook, just from f8 he can sack the queen and mate. Rook f8 is coming, and because his rook and queen are doing a great job on this f-file, I will try to trade the queen, the rooks here. And even if I can go rook f8, for example, now, he can't defend the rook. Probably he can check and trade, but that's not easy. Here queen e6 should be only move. What if king h8 and then rook f8? Oh, okay, now I can't. Because he can suck the queen and make a new wonder. I can't suck the rook, or I don't need that. Even queen f6. Just trades because I'm up exchange. And bishop against rook, that should be a little bit easier endgame. Atinan, if I lose, I will jump off a cliff. Tournament. Cliff, what it means? Let's translate that. I don't know what it means. Okay, queen is taking the pawn. I would like to bring my rook on d1 here. But bishop is really good working here. Rook d2 even can be moved. How is your opponent CM? I don't know, I'm playing with him and he's very low rated. Probably he's old and probably he was really good chess player and he blunders queen in 1 move. I'm in a tall building or something. Okay, don't read that. I've won so good tournaments and I lose so good tournaments. Don't say like that. Okay, I won CM, he blundered queen in 1 move. Probably time pressure, but anyway. Okay, let's start new game. Who wants to play? Send me friend request and play with me. Well, pawn to e4. Let's open like this. Yes, from his pictures, he said that CM at 1500 is crazy. I felt ashamed being 1500. How I said it, he should be old. Even I am feeling old because I used to be 2200. That was really crazy. In this account I have been. Okay, let's bring the bishops out. Even I could try to protect my bishop with e2, just have really good squares. But anyway, if it takes, I will bring the queen. Okay, bishop f4. Just b5 is very well protected from me. And if he tries even to take that, it's probably can be greater. f5. f5, if he takes, what should I do? I will lose a pawn. But because his pawn structure will be very weak, I will take that pawns, one of that pawns anyway. That's why I could sacrifice easily this pawn on f5. Queen takes, and e6 will be huge weakness for him. How can I get that? Probably rook a1 and take. Maybe I can, maybe not, but I will be down tempo, which I don't like. If I will, we will play a game, but okay, it won't be normal. Okay, be sure I am ending this and send me. Okay, Kenan. Let's bring another rook into the game because we already opened these diagonals for them. And then e6 should be hang. Even I could try to take this pawn if queen and knight didn't defend because his bishop on e7 should be hanged there. Okay, knight takes, he will take a pawn there. What if rook e1, give it to him and I will take e6. I will lose the c2 pawn anyway, but I don't know, I'm trying to have really good activity there. Okay, let's sacrifice a pawn and bring my rook on 7th rank, or even 6th rank. That should be greater. Rook takes. Rook takes c3, queen e6. If he wants, he can defend just. There is no problem. No, if I win tournament, I will play a game in another stream. It will be tricky, okay? Well, bro, do you want to play just now or not? Rook takes, and even he don't need to take that. Okay, everyone, wish luck, Brilliant, or his going tournament. Which time your tournament will start? Queen to g4, or even sack the bishop on g7 and then queen g4. I am not seeing a win like that. Let's bring the queen. And you know that's not easy to defend. I think queen d7. It should be only move that will defend that g7 or not. Or even knight f6 because my bishop will be cut off from there. But knight f6, okay, I will take the rook. Forget that. Okay, knight even, his queen is hang. Rook c7 won't work, rook f7 also won't work. Okay, what's the move I would like to play? That seems I can't mate here, but I'm gonna suck the queen on e4 and take my queen back and I should be up a figure. That's why he's defending with the rook. Okay, let's force his rook to go back. I think rook c8 only move there or not. Because rook b8, king f5, king f7 and he can't go back. Which probably should be winning for me. Also, I'm happy to see he can't check from here and open attack on my queen. Well, see, I forced him to go back and he loses a move there. Just he's down a tempo now. Rook where's rook d1, let's try to do that because if not c4, just I will take the knight and then the queen. Hello, Icy Bear, how are you, bro? Can we cut the rook from the knight? But anyway, you know I can't take. Because now my bishop is closing that. What if rook b1 or rook f1? But what should I play? From rook f1, probably bring the queen. Queen on f4. From f8 and from b8 I can check there. Okay. Not worry about that, just... Even queen f3. Yes, queen f3 will be crazy good move because I'm attacking on the knight and trying to mate from f8. He can defend that two threats in the same time, right? Well, he misses that. I want to play Ratit with you, so you can lock me in. Okay, bro, let's play. Thank you, Icebear, I'm good. Let's play d4 this time and see can we win or not. Catalan defense, probably. Okay, let's do that. I will practice with you, Athenian, okay? But first, let's set Max videos play. Okay. But for that, I will recommend to send me normal chess game. You can take this pawn, I'm sacrificing that to have this really great diagonal. I saw his pawn won't protect this, which I'm trying to work there. Castle, 95. 95 takes, his knight should be under attack. And queens will be open. If he takes, I will bring the rook. And actually my pawns are double, but I like my position because I'm up a pawn, right? And my bishop is great, just... What is this? Yeah, I will set normal chess game. Okay, bro. But can you send me 3+2? That's one game I promised that I'm gonna play with him. Rapid, but I said that's not more rapid. Okay, concentrated, this pawn is defended. Knight c3 and f5. Somehow f4 and f5 or not? Because I can create this pawn structure anyway, my position is really good. This bishop is doing great job and another bishop is open too. Կարող եմ շախմատ տենց Grossmeister Ben 4 հատ Grossmeister ենք որոշել։ Լավ է, ովքեր են, գիտես իրանց։ Մեր մոտ էլ Սամվել Սահակյանն է եկե։ Նասաղից կրեց գնաց։ Well, a7 is hang and I can bring the knight. The knight on c5 to attack on his bishop. Bros beating camp 500. Yes, I am their real enemy. He's my subscriber, I'm playing with him. Just, that's educational channel. How much is your elo we can play? Knight c5 is actually a threat because I will kick the bishop back and some great squares that I will protect with the knight. So if he let me take the bishop, his pawn structure will be very bad. Actually his rook should be open, but that doesn't mean I am gonna say attack his knight has trapped. But bishop is protecting, you know? Okay, I see bear next one with you. I think bishop c8 or f5. If f5, h3 and g4 I will try to fork. Yes, Kumarlini, very good move, just even if that bishop weren't protect, probably I can even miss that, I believe. But you know bishop is protecting. h3, g4. Or even for b3 here, bishop f3. And then g4 can happen. Okay, I knew he was gonna miss that. Let's don't trade the rooks because I will give him this d file completely, which you know I don't like. But for sure he didn't need to take because my rook is on d5, on d file is doing great job, and you know he can't bring this open file the rook because nothing is protecting from d8. Well, we don't need to take the knight or escape with the rook. Rook d2, I will have this double attack, like for sure. Հայկ Մարտիրոսյանը շատ ուժեղ է, Մագնուսին շատ է կրել. Okay, that's double attack on his figures, and even if it's not just, he can't bring his knight safety. How Kumarlini said, and that's already a really great job. He said me that's tactic. e6 can be moved to destroy his pawn structure, actually bring my knight and attack on the bishop. Or even I can go in the future f4, just block his bishop because e6, yes, I will destroy his pawn structure. He would have two isolated and two double pawns, but his bishop should be great like my white square bishop. Կարունիներ։ Հա, հի կարունինել։ Դե մալադեց։ Let's take h5 and his pawn structure is actually destroyed. What if e6? Okay, let's play a little bit risky. I'm up a figure and his rook is doing nothing on f8. Probably I can try to force stay like there and protect his position. Takes, knight takes, his bishop and pawn will gonna lose somehow. Your bishop isn't good. Which bishop, dark square or white square? Yes, I agree with you because my light square bishop is protecting very much squares, but that's not doing anything. That's why I waited a right time to bring that. Okay, if I take the bishop, rook takes, and that weren't pin this pin, but I'm trying to bring the knight back and fork this. Even take, that should be fork one more time. It's good because it protect your king. You are saying about dark square bishop, but why? Probably that's blocking the central pawn? Yes, can be. If I take the bishop, he can even take this bishop or not. Okay, not. But can I take the rook? Just I'm attacking on the rook, open check. But, my bishop should be hanged. Let's not take a risk. There is only that squares that I could jump, but knight d4 should be blunder. Okay, I'm not hanging any piece. That's tactic that you need to see all your games before moving. You can capture rook. Rook? How? Probably knight d4, but I'm checking with the bishop, so he could take the bishop, and the rook weren't guarding that. And knight g7, that's also attacking the rook on f5. But he took with the king like that. That's why. Rook d7 is coming to attack on that pawn, and this guy really 500. He's 500, but he isn't playing so bad. Just I saw very much 500 rated players which are just shuffling pieces and not seeing one move ahead. Good for 500. Yes, really good. Քսանհինգ-քսանչորս լավ կերնի ոդքան դիմանաս փորձի չանց նվեշուտ. Rook d7, or I can even kick the king back and take this free rook. Not only exchange there. Let's try to do that. Rook d7, king g6. Okay, bishop check won't work. Okay, I see bear. Next one with you 3 plus 2, please, if you want to play. Well, now I think that's the right time to take all that pawns, not h7. Very much low-rated players can blunder that. Bishop is so far, that's why they call the bishop sniper. Okay, this pawn is gonna drop one by one, even I can suck the rook if it needs. And push that pawns. Can I send you battle too? Yes, bro, you can. Sorry. Find me on chess.com and send me challenge. Even friend request if you want. Rook h7 and bishop is gonna lose. I can do that. Primos, please don't resign. I'm going to do very much. Okay, that should be made. That should be 20 moves Primos or not. Let's see what will happen here. I am almost sure that Okay, thank you for that. Probably tomorrow won't be a stream, I'm not sure, but 90%. But anyway, and in the next day, probably I should have face reveal. Kenan, I'm gonna play next one with you, so prepare and blitz, okay? Okay, I sent friend request. After this, we can play. Okay, if Kenan will wait, we'll play. And Daniel, if you want to play blitz, please send me blitz, okay? Our queen is doing a great job, and also we traded the bishop from f4. Really great idea, right? No, why tomorrow won't be stream? I will be very busy. Just, I can't. I have some exams that I need to finish, but the next day probably face reveal even can be. Can I do rapid? Probably we can, but if you send me blitz, I will be much happier. Bishop takes b5 and bishop b7 probably, because there are many figures that's disturbing my bishop from activation on that king side. But from queen side that should be really active, that's center and king side squares. Rook d8 and then c5, because after this trick he can't check from h7 and take my queen for no reason. Face reveal, yes, and new camera. I won't have that camera problem. Yes, we can trade here, and he could open this diagonal check and take the queen. That's why I'm gonna e5, and he can't push the pawn, and somehow if he wants to check. We have actually a really great center, and then probably before c5. Before first, because if c5 I will blunder my pawn on b5, he's overpressured this. Well, we can even take with the queen or the knight. Or the rook, sorry, probably with the queen. Before c5, and the idea actually pawn push will do great job, just some dark square protection. And even I will open my bishop. So knight kick, for example, it turns. I could even try to take that, but knight back c5, he can take. I will lose the pawn, but on e4 I will bring it back. That should be pawn trade. Where can jump the knight? Probably even a4, but what should he do on that e4 square? Take, even I can take this pawn without bringing my pawn on c5, just for bring the bishop out. But anyway, I think in that middle game I need to push that pawn to open this bishop. Now I'm up a pawn. He can take and probably move the knight. Okay, he can't because he will get mate from f1. From e1, sorry. I like c5 pawn there because it disallows his knight to get in. Yes, actually that's doing great job, because on d5 his knight will be very much active there. Also open this diagonal for his rook. You are right. But that's why I kicked, and from e2 he wasted 2 or 3 moves to bring the knight there. Ես սկզբնա խաղն դիմանում վերջնա խաղը եթե վրացլի կդիմանամ դե սկզբնա խաղը որ կարնաս ինձ թման անքի կդիմանաս. Can I bring the pawn on f5, just guard my knight on e4? If f3 I can check from d4 and then probably take the knight there. I said my friends to subscribe you, and they did. Thank your friends, bro. Thank you very much. King h8. That's my king is now saved, and that f rank is very well defended. Queen d4 is coming. And then a4, f3. You understand Russian? A little bit. I can't speak, I can only understand. Queen d4. I like that move because I will unpin this. And even f3 won't work for him. I think he will lose this game if he plays f3 because Queen d4 check, king h1, and I will sack the queen on g7. And probably mate. Hello Rishabh. I am remembering your name. How are you, Rishabh? Okay, we are up opponents. We will have these great pawns. Also a5 if somehow I need to bring this in a really good squares, but the idea is to open this diagonal. Have been solving some hard puzzles lately. One rapid. Rapid or 3+2. I don't know if you want, we can play rapid. Finally got it right. Yes, I believe I won't forget that one more time. Queen f5 will actually guard his opponents. His bishop is under attack and f2 should be under attack. Rook here or e3? e3 to open the bishop. That's good queen move. Thank you for that. That's doing actually a really great job protecting c5, attacking the bishop and f2. That's moves you need to see. Okay, I believe e2. Queen takes. I don't know. What if we check sack the queen or... Okay, we can't win like that, but okay, let's bring another rook. Really crazy game. I'm not seeing mate here, but I am sure that even if not timeouts, I should win this. Rook takes, queen takes, everything can happen. Signal is bad. Why? Rook f2, this is under attack, and bishop f3, that should be even tricky. He can actually mate from e8. Okay, what should I do? Hello, the Jazz World Champion. Hello, Baruch Yunda. Okay, I forgot I can't defend with the rook on f8. Very bad. Missed mate. Yes, for sure. I thought if I am taking with the rook, that's why I sacrificed the rook. I know. But if I not, I believe my bishop should be lost. Just how could I win this position? Okay, I'm not sure. Daniel, I believe I am playing with you, right? Okay, let's play one with you and then with Kenan, probably. Kenan is waiting so long time. But after that, for him for sure. Thanks for the game, GG. Yes, you played very well, bro. Thank you for the game. Okay, he was disconnected. Who wants to play? Finite Sacrificer. Okay. E4 knight c3. Yes, Vienna Gambit should be the best against him. Okay, Kenan, next one with you. Then d4. If knight c6, I would like to go f3 because queen h4, if he checks, I can't go g3 and somehow. What about Rishabh? Okay, let's see. Probably I will play with Brilliantor and then with you. 90%. Rishabh. Okay, I'm happy I remember your name. We can take, or even if I want some fast castle, just knight f3 and castle, because this pawn is gonna be mine for sure. Ամել ամսիկ 20-ին մրցումի։ Ինչ լավա ձեմդ այդքան մրցում կամ մի քիչ ասա մեր մոտ կազմակերպեն էլի։ Նայե երբ եմ խացը հոկտեմբերին վայթե։ Well, we can castle or even h3. But I am trying to go e5, kick the knight from here, and that won't defend h7. So I will bring the knight and the queen and, you know, some really great position from my bishop and queen. I submitted the challenge, but up closed. Okay, Oxig, what is your nickname? I can even send you if you want. If there is some problem. No problem, I will wait. We are talking like we know each other. Yes, a little bit we know, why not? E5. Well, the idea was that I'm kicking the knight. F3. Sorry, F6. What should I play? Can I sack the bishop or not? I want bishop back. Okay, I don't know. Bishop back, sack the bishop. Check, and queen h5 should be great. Let's try to do that. Please don't ruin my idea here. Bishop sacrifice takes, a knight g5, king back, and queen h5 will be almost mate, and I believe mate. Why not? Well, that's a fork, but you know that's not working fork. Era վաղբերջան։ Հայք չէ անունը ճիշտ եմ հիշում։ Hayatinan we won a school state championship. Really great in your city, or what level it was? My favorite piece just... I don't know, probably my favorite piece is the rook, because that's only 5 points, but that's doing actually great in the end games. I like end games very much. Probably the rook. Aru Hindi, what? I can't understand. Why got your NGs posted up in India, what? Can you be a little bit clear? I can't understand. Rook is under attack, but you know, he can't take these two pieces there. I messed up in opponent game we play, you remember, right? Yes, that wrong position, you mean? Yes, I remember that. Լավան, Սելվար, Թավար, Շնորհավոր, ապրես աղբեր ջան, դե անցնել է, որ նա ստետ չենք է նշում տենց, բայց ապրես, տոնա էլի պտի նշենք, չենք նշում։ Queen F3, then King takes B3. Hello, Tahan. I don't know, probably I need to attack on this F7 up exchange, and you know my rooks can do great job there. What if takes? I'm happy to see this first rank will be defended, even if I move the rook here. My queenside pawns aren't good protected, but you know they even don't need me. Let's take with the pawn. Yes, with the pawn, because queen is pressuring F7. I would like to bring the rook somehow on that h file, because if even not that pin work, just I will try to bring the queen and mate from h7 f8, h7 h8. If not, force his king to go there. Stinter, hello bro. Սրանց հետո խաղանք։ Հավ մի հատ շուտ եկել է, մի հատ իրանց հետ շուտ խաղան պարտքը ստամ ու խաղանք, եղավ։ Hello Elbeck. And rook f3 and rook h3 I believe will be winning idea, because his queen should be under attack. Okay, not now. His queen should be under attack, and from h7 probably after some moves will be made. Everyone please wish me luck, I'm going to a tournament in real life in 1 month. Okay, wish him luck, please chat. He's a great player. We think you will win, bro. You will win. Bishop h6, and from h8, can I mate? I think king f8, or not. Okay, king f8, I won't go queen h6, because he would have enough time to bring his king on e8. King f8, rook h8 check, king g7, and queen h6, that's another plan. Here... Okay, how can he defend? Just the only move, I think, trade the queens with queen g7. Because if not from h8, also in g6 that can be made. I'm not sure, but we'll see. I reviewed our game. What happened there? Can you see? Can you say? Okay, now I can't take, but before queen h6 I could. Did he blundered or not? King f7, rook check. King e6, if not queen g7 for sure. Okay, what should I play? Okay, let's take with a pawn, also rook check coming. And that's actually checkmate. I thought he could defend somehow, but you know that's 7th rank is defended and then rook check is coming. Everything is great here. Just he played really cool what he missed there. I think he didn't need to open this H file there. He opened probably while lost. I pressured very good there and he didn't, he couldn't defend it. GG bro, you played bad, you played great, but I mean your endgame was a little bit bad. You need to work in your endgames, okay? I was trying to pressure H file and you needed to defend it how fast as you can. How you reached 2200. I reached 1200. I reached 2200, but you know, 11 and 1200 is a little bit easier. Just you need to solve that 3 or 4 moves before moving. 3 or 4 moves ahead, I mean. That's the idea you should have, and actually you can improve that from learning endgames and play more rapid and classic. If you are think you are very slow, you can play some blitz or bullet games, but play more rapid and classic. And the important thing to analyze your games, find your mistakes, and try to see your mistakes from your eyes. Okay, let's sack the bishop, because I'm saying that king takes, knight g5 check, and queen h5. That should be unstoppable mate, probably. That's why he resigned, but actually king h8 should be more for even. Knight g5, king h5 can work. Brilliant, or is it right hit tournament? Okay, let's wait his answer. Elliot Faye, if you want to play, you can send me challenge and I will explain your mistakes, which probably everyone should do in games. c3, d4, or even d4 right away. Okay, because bishop g7, I would like to go c3, and his bishop will be a little bit closed from this diagonal. Then d4, trade and bring the knight. When you are playing c3, be sure you are moving the knight on c3 there. I'm still way... okay, I forgot you. Be fast, okay? Can you send challenge after 20 seconds? I will finish that game. Because I don't know, you are sending a little bit slow and I'm forgetting about you, bro. That's the reality. Bishop back, but where? Probably b3 to continue pressure this d5. So actually I'm gonna bring the knight and bishop g5 to have this. By the way, I need to improve my endgame skills. Let's play endgames, okay? Well bro, we'll play. Edmar Sumen plից-ի ժամանակը 3+2 կամ 3+0. Հա, սաղի վրա պարապի. Որը կեղնի, չէ? Ամեկից է խաղա. Well, he took with a bishop. And he now attacking on d4, so we need to be sure everything is defended and bring attack. My pieces. Queen d3, bishop f5 will work, right? Or even bishop f5 right away, because his bishop isn't doing great job there. but on f5 that should protect very much squares from me. That's why I am bringing my bishop on c2 to defend that. So now he goes, his pawn structure will be bad and his king won't be so well protected. b3 or not? Today will you watch Friends with Spain? Really? I missed that game. I will see for sure. Just if I has enough time. I am bad at pawn endgames, let's practice it. Okay, but let's not give me one pawn and you 2 pawns. Okay, c5 I'm little bit open, and if I move the knight, probably my bishop should be pressured. That's why I'm attacking on the queen, and actually c5 is a great square, should be great square for my knight to jump. Actually, I will attack on the bishop and what should he play? Well, I know football. I like that, but I would like to play, not watch very much. Knight c5, I believe b6 should be only moved to prevent my knight from being c5 there. And who has Twitch, please follow my channel there. I need 25 subscribers only. Well, I'm happy to see he played b5 because now he can't kick the knight. Probably knight back to b7. Even bishop back to e7 and take the knight can work, but no, he needs to keep his bishop there, because in endgame if he even try to open this center, that should be great for him. Ադե բլիցը ես իմ ինչ էլ չի ինքանամ, տշեմ ենք գնեմ այլի, կարևորը բանն է, rapid classic. I would like to go rook a3, okay, this won't work, right? If he even takes the knight, I will take with the rook and then have it. So he can't pin there. I would like to attack on the center because you are bringing your pieces on the center, I see there, and that's, I will say, a little bit easier. I will take that and I would have really great protection on that dark squares. Even pawn takes, but I'm not trying to give him that really great bishop square for that. What if sack the bishop? If he takes, bring the knight where that I can take a figure, because his queen actually should be under attack. Not sure what should I play. Let's force him to take, because I wish I could go my knight on e5. Just that should be great. I will force his bishop trade, and that shouldn't be really much problem. That's a rook take and bring the queen. And even that's pinned, that's why I'm trying to get out here. Okay, he played great bishop back and h6. We have increment for time, right? Okay, let's not lose that. Let's do this pre-moves, I like pre-moves. But I don't like losing. Okay, take. Time pressure, that's why I did it this mistake. Rook f7 and take. Okay, tried to trick me, but that didn't happen. Okay, really great pre-moves from me, right? Well, he lost. Why you say there after every word, for example? There's? There, like the hairs. D-H-E-R-E. For example, there is something in my position I don't like. There is like there. Okay, let's finish fast with him, and then I played so badly. Okay, bro. I will play with you rematch, and Kenan, next one with you for sure. Just when I'm Seeing challenge I'm accepting doesn't mean who sent. That's why that's a little bit hard for playing with you. But I will wait next one, okay? I won't start new game, but be sure you are sending me right time. Well, Kun is attacking. C6. Okay, if I take his knight on e5 will be great. I can take here and then knight d5. But for sure I would like to castle to bring my rook on that open file, and f7 isn't protected right now. Now I can't castle, his bishop should do great job there. Just some open attacks, I don't know. Some discover checks. That's why I would like to push that pawn on b4. I think Kenan and then with you, okay? He's gonna play tournament. We need to help him. King d1. Okay, that's not a problem. That's actually really good defended from my other central pieces. Rook f1 is coming, and then before bishop b2. Even queenside castle can happen from him. To bring the rook and pin my queen here. That should be great. Okay, now c2 is defended. Queen c4. Let's be sure everything is defended and then be a little bit aggressive, like b4 kick the bishop back and b5 bring the knight. c7 should be under attack, so we will see what will happen. Knight takes, king takes, queen takes. Or even I can take the bishop. I got really nervous and ended up panicking, giving away 2 pieces for the tower as my mistake, right? Yes, even a little bit, even time pressure, everything can disturb for that. Ce fotbal încercăm să iau? Hazards make between who you two think will make it through today, Spain or France? I believe France, because Spain used to play very cool, like he played that club played. I think France will win. What about d3 and then bring the bishop? Even before how I said, but you know his position isn't that much active on my king, so that won't be tricky after even b4. What should I play after bringing my bishop, for example, on d2 or g5? That's why I'm trying to bring here and pressure e5 there. And for example, if I bring my king safety, d4 and some other moves can happen. Bring the knight on d5, that should be great, but you know he has really good pressure there, but I don't know why he sacrificed the rook. Seans հետո խաղանք։ կխաղանք։ c3 I'm little bit weakening my pawns, but you know I'm kicking the bishop back because even d4 is I'm gonna protect and his figures can't jump and make some trouble in my position. King c2 and then d4 trades rook c1 somehow if I can. Okay, I see bear. Bishop where? Even g5 because he can't kick with h6. Really? Okay. Don't lie to me. We are up a figure, let's get this straight. My position was a little bit hard to play. You know he's open bishop and some other figures. Okay, up exchange, right? But even that's not bad. Rook f1. G2 is hang. I have a question throw to you. Only play with your subs, or do you do serious grinding too, because not all subs are strong? Can I have a second match? Okay, bro, there are some people that I didn't play with them. Probably 2 or 3 games. If you will wait, I will play with you, okay? I'm not grinding. If I grind, I weren't been 1500. Սուգբռնելու, մալադեց, լավ զբաղվում քասի, մի քիչ ցանցրալի չի, բայց լավն է, էլի։ Որտեղ էիր, ասում ես ապրում ես, ուտի նորմալ տեղ կա, ցուգմուկի։ Am I gonna lose or not? Okay, these pawn were unstoppable. I'm gonna suck the rook, but you know that's not easy to play. Because for my one pawn on h3, and these pawns are protecting this fourth rank very nice, and he can't bring his king easily. And I will use that idea to bring the king and support this pawn. But his pawns on center aren't doing great job. That's, I will say, bad pawns. You know, double pawns that don't defending each other. Even d4 I can play. d4, bishop h2. e1. Just asել էի, մոռացել էի. If he takes, I can take the bishop, but you know he can sacrifice the bishop on f4, which I missed. If he takes the pawn, takes. Okay, I'm happy to see I can reach my king and take this pawn. Can I make a draw here? But anyway, I sacrifice 2 pawn. Between I am saying I will do 10-minute match. If my position is equal or good, please give me extra time, else we play normal. Okay, bro, please send me blitz, and probably after some games, if there weren't any viewers who wants to play, we'll play 10 minutes, okay? Very much people are waiting. b4 and a4. He's up a pawn, but you know his e6 pawn is very dangerous there, because if I even sacrifice my pawn on e4 and bring my king on that queen side, probably he can reach to push that. How many moves he needs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just this 6 move, I can't take this all and make a new queen. That's why I'm a little bit worried about. I have a really great idea. If I block his position, he needs to move his king, and there is no way he can move that and not blunder this pawn on e5. He's sacrificing a pawn. Let's see, can it work or not. Here's, don't know, probably that should be drawn position after that. Okay, let's do that. Gonna take. We are going with a check. Really nice, but can we? You know, probably he can't win this game. That's typical drawn position. He missed c6. Where? Let's see that. c6, but why? Okay, but I did. I don't think he missed anything, but white c6. c6 takes. I think that should be same thing, but that's with a threat, not sacrificing that pawn there on c6. Because if he goes c6, just my pawn will be 2 squares away from queening. That's close position, that's why he can't bring his king forward, and I'm gonna say that 100% drawn position if I not do any stupid blunder. Okay, now he can't move the king and try to mate or take the pawn, because you know that's stalemate. Queen a6, king g8, and you know he can't protect. Let's send him draw, see can he accept or not. That's typical draw. Queen b5, if he not checks, I will make new queen, that's the problem. Okay, probably I need to go my king on b6, which I missed. Okay, he played really cool, just king b6 will be draw. Okay, next challenges. Who is gonna play? Okay, Kenan, finally I'm gonna play with you. Oh my god. He's playing the first move, right? E3 will draw this position. Okay, how he funds that? Սա նիչա, вообще-то նիչա դիրքեր, բայց գիտես էլի սխալները. Yes, bro, thank you. That was really cool, but one mistake I didn't need to do. I think we all know that mistake. And he's gonna win this position, right? I literally lost to 500 elo today. Yes, everything can happen. We can't win all the time 500 rated players or lose all the time. Probably needed to bring his king on f6. Can I draw here? Must feel the same. You yes, you can feel my pain. Is that gonna be draw or king e6? Okay, that shouldn't. That's winning for him. But because king d7 he needed to play. King d7 is only winning move. Yes, can we resign or not already? Okay, let's do that. Pre-moves bring my king on the back. And let's wait. He played this king at pawn endgame, right, I believe. Let's wait until he will bring his king to close there and queen g2 mate. Athenian lost to me in daily challenge game. Maybe I'm better than him in classical chess. I don't think that's the. I don't think that's sure. I played with a really cool players which I almost win. We have grandmasters who is now his top 120. I almost going to win him because we reached endgame when where I had 3 pawns against his one figure. You know, but he crossed the opponents with a bishop and make a new passed pawn and make a new queen. If that weren't, it should be even winning for me. That was a sense. Even you can think like that because yes, you win, you can be a little bit better. Everything can happen. Okay, bishop e7 because takes d5 should be undefended if queen take on f6. If not, my pawn structure should be loose there. I was sending you a challenge. Okay, bro. Next one with you. Yeah, I practice good. Thank you. Thank you too, bro. But you know you won, but you need some. Actually, some moves you blundered king d7. King d7 right away, not king e6 and king d6. You know, you can even lose one move and make that position draw. Knight here takes... Okay, I'm even hitting his bishop. He needs to know about that. f3 can't happen, I'm happy to see that. Bishop take or pawn take? If he moves the knight, queen g5. Queen g5, knight takes, rook e8. I will lose a pawn like that. 5 minutes okay, right? Yes, that's okay. f5, if he takes, I like my bishop, but you know, not very much because I'm opening this f file there. Take, suck the queen for no reason, f2 check, king h1, make a new queen and lose the queen right now. Can we trick him? Just that should be very bad, but you know. My boy? Oh, very bad person you are. Why didn't take this free queen? Just I was trying f2 take the rook and probably take another rook there. Why didn't that? Okay, that's with a check. Probably queen take will be the best move because, you know, if I take the queen, how I said, my queen is hanging too. If there is a new viewer, please wish me luck and I'm going to tournament in real life in 1 month. Hey chat, please support him. He's playing really good actually. I believe he will win that tournament. Okay, what are you smoking today? He's my boy. You are my boys. I am 19 and you are probably 12 if I'm remembering right. Okay, why you are not sending challenge, my boy? I mean, Rishabh. Thank you too, bro. Okay, let's play with him one more time and my boy will send me challenge after this. Sicilian defense we have, right? I am 27. Really? Okay, anyway, you are my boy. Let's get these trades. If not knight f3, I like that move as white. Not to take because black is really having really good center there. Thank you, Athenian. Thank you, bro. Thank you too. When we are calling boy, that means little brother, not mom instead. I don't know what they are smoking today, but my boy, when we are speaking about little brothers, not with statans. I said my boy in a friendly manner, not in some other way. Okay, Tejas world champion. That's all problem from you. Be careful, bro, be careful. Okay, let's take and play d4 to kick bishop back. Queen b6, rook b8. b3 just some dark square weakness he will get, but anyway. Why bishop c1? Why that? He moved his piece, his bishop 3 or 4 times and brought on c1. Probably from b2 he's trying to activate like that. He will go to d2. And I will retire. Okay, queen, thank you. You don't need to move even in that opening piece second time to have enough time to bring another pieces. That's why you need to know about chess. Just stay to double tap on screen like will increase people don't know how to like stream. Okay, chat, double tap on screen. Like this, but 2 times. You know that when I'm putting my fingers on F and that's happening. Like Magnus Carlsen. That's only way I will looks like Magnus Carlsen. Knight g4, f5. What if I try to take or... That should be trade, I don't like that. Really great move from him because he's opening his bishop and if it's not, e5 should be hang. Okay, rook b6, I will brandish one of that rooks. Everyone fight your favorite piece, mine is bishop because Athenian made the elephant. Edit with that elephant when they are sniping, right? If I am remembering right. I'm chess player, my remember skill will be good. Rook f2 is coming. Ախպերս ծեր մոտ վաբշե մրցումներ չի լինում, տարին երկու անգամ որ լմա լավ ասենք, որ ճիշտ ասեմ, 4 անգամ կարա եղնի, բայց դե տարիքային բան կա էլի. King? Okay, really clever answer, I forgot about king. c3 I can go and close that position, but I think I don't need that. Well, let's get this straight and then d3. Knight e3 even can be. Knight e3, rook c8 and rook c2 I would like to play and take the bishop Rook c8. I am almost sure rook c1 I will see that move. Okay, now rook d2 is afraid he will lose the bishop. That's why he needs to bring the rook, which he's doing. But you know that's overpressured. Rook d1 can work if he plays. That should be the best move there. Okay, that's still equal position. I can even rook d2 force him to take, and if he's not, he will lose the bishop. Or not. Okay, he can sacrifice and backrake checkmate. Let's take or not. I'm not sure how can I bring this piece forward, this pawn. Please be Magnus Carlsen again. Okay. Why only my bishop just lay down? Դրամարկան առաջություն մասնակցիլ տես, այդ չի ավարտվել, չէ, բան չգիտեմ, Էվան չեմ գալի մրցումների, մենակ կիովական, I mean double tap on screen, double tap the screen, that's not doing anything, but even only this is working, or even there was another one, but I forgot what I need to do to see that. Text looks like shuffling pieces, but in another way. Okay, I would like to protect my pawn, but I will miss that pawn so much. I can't protect that. I could even bishop h3 and bishop f1 just to push that, but you know his king is joining in this. I can even... Wait a minute, what is this? Bishop b1 attack a2 and bishop c2. Okay, b4. When king falls, isn't that you mean one? Yes, but his king is false. Okay, I will win. Isn't he playing too fast? Yes, he's actually really fast. Դիլիջան դպրոցն, հա, բայց չեք ովականը երորդ մեծ քաղաքնաստ մի բան էլ չեն անում. I can't gain XP, that's why. I don't know that how get XP, how stickers, just I don't know. Even that's not interesting to me. If that's interesting to you, I will try to create that somehow. Okay, g5. I think because he's 1200 and he played really great opening and middle game, he will blunder something in endgame. What are you thinking about this? That should be a reason that I'm up from him 3000 and a little bit more rating. I am third. Ah, yes. Be a little bit active, I'm sure you will be first. Let's bring our king because king side is defended and I would like to attack on his queen side. Just king c1, bishop c2, how can he defend this pawn? He's up a pawn, but I think that's really great from me. There is some problem with XP once I watched a stream start to finish and I was still second. Yes, now you are first. Is there any way to do I want to get XP, because when I get in the end the season I will get super chat. Really? I don't know about that. I will do that. I will try to do that. Okay, Brilliantor should be first one, but wait, he's probably fourth or fifth one. Okay, no problem. He can't defend this b3, right? Հաջող ախպեր ես, մի քիչ ուշ չի ցուկ բռնելու, բայց ինչև է, լավ որ քեզ։ Ոնց է ջիմ 5 կես անեմ, ստրիմը 5 կես ես անեմ, 5 կես, այսինքն չջոգի։ Okay, king where? b5 and let's push this. I think I can make one move ahead queen than him. Okay, but can I win this? If I trade the queens, that should be losing for me. Yes, what if... okay, don't play queen g5. Very bad. I do what Gemini says, for that I will... It's still not working. Hingans guess. Has got some. Error labor. Gemini says. Okay, I don't know. Probably that's problem for my channel, not from Gemini or you. So I will try to do that. Okay, who wants to play? Send me challenge. Okay, let's start new game until who wants to play send me. And who wants to play, write in the chat. Probably no one. Why start? Why not? You wanted to play? Okay, next one with you. I forgot just anyone wants to play. There were no challenge for a long time. P6, I would like to go there, but his bishop should be very active. We can even simply take, why not? But in very much positions I don't like trades. I will wait until he will take, and my d5 should be very good protected. Right away it's 17 like. Very cool. I didn't get 17 like in my whole life. Obviously I have been waiting for an hour. Yes, that's why you are first place. Okay, is he gonna take second pounder or not? Well, how this can be? Even he can take the bishop and then the queen back horse. That's what I check. Let's not drop this game. I don't want any trades, so rook e8. Bring the knight and, you know. Knight a5, attack the bishop. I will send challenge for practice, but I will lose anyway. Don't be sure you will lose or win. I think you have chances to win. f4, really great move because that's opening and bringing some attack on his, some defense on his position. King is a little bit more free than it was. And I can't try to mate from first rank. That was the idea, right? Rook g6, and then push this pawn on h4, and even knight h4, and from f3 I will try to fork. Now I'm tired after school tournaments. I need some rest. Sorry, Athena, I have to go for bed. Okay, even this can be a little bit late for you. And you should waste so much energy. Goodbye, bro. Have a good dreams and win in your dreams too. Goodbye. Have a great sleep. Well, I would like to check from f3 now. I can't. His rook is defending. Knight f3 is coming. Can I go now? Knight g5. Why he played that? Is this move doing anything or not? I believe not. Just I can kick that and knight f3 will be a really great square. So after that I can even centralize. Let's wait. He can take the knight, yes? Because the bishop is cut off from that diagonal which is protecting, the rook protecting there. Okay, knight d4 attacks c2 and try to pressure with rook c8 can be great idea. Rishabh, next one with you, so prepare. And if anyone wants to play who is new, send me challenge. Friend request even, if you want. Check, king back. Okay, king back on g1, I will fork. If I take, that should be trade, and that should be very pity that I'm gonna trade. My idea was pretty good. What if sack the knight because his knight is going to lose anyway? Okay, I should return one pawn like this. Yes, finally, yes, Rishabh, you are thinking that. Okay, we have opposite bishops, so I don't think Okay, I was gonna say that I don't think that's completely losing for me because his pawn structure is great and anyway he has one pawn up than me. But you know he blundered his rook and that's not only exchange, I didn't need to take the rook right away because if I bring the rooks and his bishop on dark square which can't protect the rook there, that's why I'm gonna bring up rook, not up exchange. Okay, that's final miss he could do. Open attack, discover check, and you know his rook is gone. He resigned really great game, but you know he was even winning. He was up 2 pawns, but in 2 moves he blundered the rook and actually the bishop. Rishabh, where are you? Okay, here you are. Which opening should we play and trick him? He knows openings very well, and somehow I can't trick him. Don't know why. Probably we can try English gambit like Sicilian defense as white pieces. That's what it looks like. E3 d4. Okay, looks like French Sicilian as black pieces. I like that position as black, so I'm going to like this as white actually. That's a little bit passive when we are speaking about e4 and d4, but anyway, that's great, why not? Knight f3 and then d4, right? Or even bishop from g2 will do great job because just d5 pawn is very protector for that bishop. But now this pawn is loose there. Okay, that's pawn trade, I don't need to be worried about. Why you didn't wait? You wanted to play? I promised I will play with new e5. But if you want next one with you. Takes. I think if he takes with the knight bishop c4 and bishop e6 he will play, and if not bishop e6 or c6 he will plunder the knight. If not the knight, knight c3 takes, I will take f7 and then the knight. I should be up a pawn and really good pawn on his protector, the king that's, I mean king protector. And I will win so badly there. Missed fork. Well, missed fork. c2 is defended. That's not fork. Bishop is protecting the knight on b4. That shouldn't be fork. c2 he's trying to that. From c2 he's trying to fork. How can I defend? Okay, no problem. Canon. e4 can I trade, but okay, somehow I'm blundering a pawn there. Just because that pawn was double, I can't even sacrifice that on d3, takes and e4 somehow. I don't need any to take or not. I think take because now we are going to have enough time to bring the king. Okay, I can castle even like this. I need 3 moves. That's not losing. But my center is great. Queen b5, c6. Nothing is hanging in his position. Those elephants are invisible. Yes, that's elephants aren't doing anything, how you said. e4 can happen to defend d5 because somehow queen d7, rook d8 can be really great, but knight f3 and bring the rook actually. One more protector on d5 and actually I will do really great job on d5, which now I'm trying to do. Okay, knight f3 is coming, if even e4 somehow, because that's really cool defended from the knight. Knight d4, I will centralize that, and you know I have really great squares on that c6 and d6. He? Geceğimiz. Knight f3. Okay, he hangs this pawn, but I believe d5 is hang from me. Takes, even f7 will be hang. Why is no one liking? I don't know. Probably they mad at me. Yes, chat. Knight takes, we can trade and f7 will be loose for him. But, you know, can I bring the knight back or not? I don't know. His queen is under attack. He needs to move the queen where? I believe d6, because he needs to keep pressure on this pawn on d5. If not d7. Just to keep pressure with the rook. Anyway, knight b5 can be worked and, you know, c7 will be a little bit pressured than a7. You know, d6. I still can't gain XP. Yes, I need to do that you can get, but I don't know how. Looking up. Knight d3 here, and if we trade, I'm happy to see my queen will be open in the c file, and so c7 will be under attack and a7. I will take with a queen and bishop d2 bring the rook. Yes, that should be clever idea. Probably the rook from h1 because that's doing absolutely nothing. Take queen, take, I'm up a pawn, I can get these trades. Maybe try that somehow. Yes, I will try that. If you like to gain that, I will try. Nothing in my position is hang. Knight b5. And b4, just c7 will be pressured, then the rook will come. Ești canapet. Dish. Shashik and Maniyar. Hello, bro. If you want to play, find me on chess.com and send me challenge. Okay, knight check is coming, but how I said, bishop d2 and rook c1 looks great, just this open file which I need to bring the rook. Let me try it in another stream, I will be right back. In another stream you can just, that's about my stream which I didn't add. Bishop d7 takes, I will take with a king, and the idea to open this file for my rook. We have extra time. We have extra... yes, I forgot. But I can disconnect every time if that's happened, please, sorry. Rook c1, or even I can push that a5 and a6 even before to kick the knight back, because that's protecting really cool. Just c7 is closed and b7. On b7 I'm not trying to do because I have really great activity on his dark squares. And actually bishop b4 to create this pin. Here takes... Can I sack, or I don't need that? What if queen b4 and knight c6 looks great? He will lose a queen if I can do that. But I think I will miss somehow, or he will miss. Check. Here I will take the queen, he will take mine. And my two knights will be under attack. Yes, it's not working but let's try to trick him. d5 is saying probably he's gonna take on d5. So I'm gonna take the queen. Knight c6 is coming, and if it's not even a4, or even trades, just if he wants trades he can just open this position with knight d3. I will take with a king because somehow in another way I can't. He will fork and take my rook, but you know now he can't, because after he will do that his queen will be lost from c6. So let's wait. The only moves, I think king e7 even can work. Queen where d7, just get out from that queen, but you know his rook will be hang actually. If he even bring the king from a8 on a8, that will be triple fork, and that's why getting harder for defense, and there is no piece that can defend c6. I think rook sacrifice can be only defend or not. Okay, but the knights can jump and bishop just for trading. I think rook sack will be only move. What are you thinking about this? Am I right or not? Just if not a4. If he defends somehow, just I'm not sure how, but you know his rook and queen will do great job there if that's found gun. Because somehow this position is a little bit up. He can open, I mean, just I haven't so much protector on that central squares and that's not hard. c6, a5. If somehow I can take one of these figures, which I'm sure I will take. But you know, queen before idea that because to keep this and somehow pressure because I'm gonna take with knight c6 a piece. You know, I can trade at a time. This even can be trickier if he takes the knight, for example. Can I get these trades or not? Okay, let's do that because, you know, I need to trade some pieces over there. Queen takes, we will trade no problem. And check. He chooses to take with the knight, no problem. Let's take the rook from d8 and let's bring the queen back because if he takes with a queen, my queen will be in under this pin. That's why we need to bring it safety. King b7. King 8 I thought, but king b7 should be a little bit better because he's defending a6. Which should be the idea. Queen c3 also to not bring my queen very back. And rook c1 is coming to actually have this c-file. So somehow I can jump with my bishop and some other pieces. Queen d4 or a5? a5 should be great move. Okay, let's be sure I can't blunder anything from bishop b4 if, you know, my king and queen will be pinned if he has more defense on that b4. That's why I was a little bit worried about. Bishop d6, he's activating the bishop and actually having really great advantage. That's really monster bishop. And bishop on b4. Because he wants force me to take that with the king. And you know I don't like to take with the king, I will lose a move. And I'm trying to get that rook on c-file. Probably two rooks. The idea is queen g4 check. Queen g4 and g2 will be lost. That's why I'm pushing this. Kenan, I am listening to you. Queen g4 check, king d3, and that should be a really safe square. That's a little bit in the center. Okay, fork. Here, queen f3. Because king d3, I would like to do that because he has really great dark square advantage. That's why I don't like to bring my king on dark square, but now I forced to. But I don't know, that's a great idea to bring his pieces on that king side or not, because, you know, I'm trying to pressure on queen side after some moves there. He sacrificed the knight, I need to bring my king on e2 to not plunder this rook somehow, because the rook weren't guarding, kings blocked the way. Rook e8 I will play as black, because f4 should be hang, bishop takes, queen takes. Everything can be, but I think because now his pieces aren't active, he didn't need to sacrifice the knight on g3. He could simply defend this position, which he isn't doing. Brilliant, or what happened? Okay, king d3 because that was pinned there. Aaron Visu, what? Hello, bro. What do you mean, Kenan? Okay, he can take this pawn, but we are in a time pressure. Probably he's trying to make a draw or not. He has only 2 seconds. Let's do this pre-moves. Don't know, that's a little bit can be tricky or not. Or dirty, I will say. Anyway, okay, we won this game. I can't gain XP on any stream. You will gain my stream, I promise. But if they don't need some monetization. Okay, we played great. Let's end the stream. See you not tomorrow, after 2 days. Thank you for joining my stream. I will do that and you will gain XP. Okay, goodbye everyone. Thank you for joining my channel.